We welcome you back to CBS Mornings at 7:30 on this Monday after a weekend of shocking violence all over the world, really, including the apparent homicide of Hollywood icon Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle, their home in Los Angeles. A lot of people were still reeling from this news. There is still so much we have to say that we do not know about their deaths, but there's certainly a lot that we can learn about their lives and how they live their lives by talking to those who knew them well. Joining us now is actor and TV host Jerry O'Connell. Jerry, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you worked with him back in the day. I'm curious. I did not know them well. I was just saying I recently saw them at a friend's birthday party, but I know you really knew the Reiners. Tell me what you thought when you first heard the news. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, it's shock. I mean, the whole weekend seemed completely surreal, Gail. But this one was really shocking, and how the news sort of trickled out. That it started off saying that there were two deceased people at an address matching Rob's, and of course, I'm very close with the guys I was in Stand By Me with, Will Wheaton and Corey Feldman, and I called our other boss, Rob's partner. Oh, there's a photo of Rob and I right there.
Yes.
I called Rob's partner at Castle Rock and said, I'm so sorry to call you. And he said, we didn't have news. We said, I think it's them. The ages match. They only described them as two people at a certain age. And just really surreal, and still in shock, to be honest. It's just still in shock, Gil.
Yeah, Stand By Me was one of the classics. So you worked with him back in the day. You said he changed you as an actor. What does this mean to you? Tell us about how you're remembering him.
It's so funny. I'm here on the West Coast. It's very early here. So I woke up. This is the first sort of like morning I'm waking up, and when I wake up, I sort of like try to get my thoughts together. And I don't mean this as any offense to my parents who are still with us and braving the cold in New York right now. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Rob was like a father to me. He was he was like a father to me. I don't even. It's just surreal, Gail. It really is. I worked with him when I was 11, and at that point in my life, I wasn't like getting in trouble criminally, but I was always getting in trouble for speaking out loud in class and like not being able to keep my mouth shut. And my mother would always say, sit on your hands and shut up. Just sit on your hands and shut up. Teachers would always, I'd get in trouble with teachers. And I got to that set of Stand By Me, and I remember I ad-libbed a scene one day early on in shooting, and he was like, cut, Jerry. And I thought, oh boy, here we go. He's gonna, why didn't I sit on my hands and shut up? And he went, hey, Jerry, keep going, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. Go, more. And it really, I mean, I'm not making a joke, but I know my house is dark. I have everything. Everything I have is because of Rob Reiner.
Wow.
Everything I have.
Yeah.
Everything I have.
Wow.
It's just a sad, shocking day.
Yeah, it really is. And Jerry, we will celebrate who he was outside of film, but it's just hard not to look at his resume and just be impressed by what he is able to contribute to the movie industry. Why was he such a unique talent? Because it seemed like everything he touched was gold and became a classic.
It's funny. I have children who are, I know one is very interested in acting and all that stuff. And, I have potentially a Nepo baby. Rob was a Nepo baby. His son was a huge, his father was a huge comedy star. But Rob did the work. He, on All in the Family, they did, you'll have the number, over maybe close to 200 episodes, maybe more, maybe less. And he did the work.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, as someone who worked with him, it was someone who had done the work, and he had so much experience by the time he was directing Stand By Me that he really, I was talking to the other guys, Corey Feldman and Will Wheaton, about it last night. He would just like feed us lines and new lines that weren't written, you know, ad-lib lines. He would, and that was just from hundreds of hours of television, thousands of hours working there. The guy did the work. He just had so much experience.
And was a great human being, too.
He really
did
was.
the work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, he was such
And
a
Jerry,
lovely human being.
Thank you for waking up with us this
Yes.
morning and speaking on who he was and what he meant to you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Jerry.